Rather than forming a typical tight bulb like the onion, the leek produces a long cylinder of bundled leaf sheets. Therefore, according to the Gardening by the Biodynamic calendar, leeks need care on leaf day, not on a root day. Absence of sun makes the leaves turn white in several layers, and we usually strive for the longest white stalk possible. Leeks are grown from seedlings and sown in two different periods. Summer leeks are sown early, and winter leeks are sown later in the season. We have to pay attention to the choice of varieties in order to sow the right one at the right time, so that they are well adapted for the conditions in the period of the season in which they thrive. Summer varieties have a shorter vegetation period, thinner stems, and a lighter color of the leaves. Winter varieties are chubbier, shorter, with dark green leaves, and with a longer vegetation period. Leeks are widely used in cuisine and therefore a staple crop in home gardens. So by sowing both varieties, we can enjoy fresh leeks almost all year round. Summer leeks are sown in mid-February and the seedlings are raised indoors. As leeks are not pricked, there are two options for sowing depending on the size of the planting unit. First option is to sow 2 or 3 seeds into a small planting unit like this one. This will produce small clusters of summer leeks which will perform well within summer varieties and are also transplanted together to the final site. If sowing in medium-sized planting units, like this one that produces medium-sized soil blocks, then you sow 5 to 7 seeds to grow large clusters of summer leeks, which are then also replanted together on the final bed. The decision is up to you and how the leeks are harvested at the end. My favorite choice is to grow more of them in the medium-sized planting unit. In both cases, sow in moist substrate and sprinkle the seeds 0.5 centimeters thick with dry substrate. Germination takes place at a temperature of between 18 to 22 degrees Celsius, which is also the same as for other plants which are germinating at the same time. As they germinate successfully in the dark, the container or the soil blocks can be covered, which improves germination due to more uniform humidity. Uncover as soon as the first sprouts are seen, which can be as early as 4 days, and move immediately to a bright place at the same temperatures. Night temperatures can be as low as 0 degrees Celsius. The seedlings are then watered regularly every other day, like all other seedlings that are grown at the same time. Before transplanting the seedlings into the bed, they should be hardened off against a south-facing wall or a greenhouse for at least 4 days to allow them to adjust to outside temperatures, especially the fluctuation in the night temperatures. Annual or summer leek seedlings are transplanted outdoors from the end of March to mid-April, when the leaves of the seedlings have reached a height of at least 15 centimeters. A 75 centimeters wide bed produces 3 rows of leeks, and a 100 centimeters wide bed, 4 rows of leeks. Small clusters in a row are transplanted every 15 centimeters, while larger clusters in a row are planted every 30 centimeters apart, as more plants need more space. Do not transplant summer leeks deeply, as they can be harvested several times until autumn. We will see how this is done later in the season. Only the planting holes should be lightly watered, as the soil is usually moist enough in spring. If the weather is dry, water the entire surface of the bed. Be sure to cover the transplanted leeks with a garden fleece, preferably over the arches, as the thin leaves must not be pressured by the fleece. The fleece shall be uncovered no later than mid-May. winter leeks, we choose varieties with a longer growing season that overwinter well. The variety we use at Becoming Gardener is Friso. We also grow winter leek seedlings, but in a slightly different way than other seedlings. We sow them anytime in April. Winter leek seedlings can be grown outdoors near a garden shed or in a greenhouse, as the outside temperatures are already suitable for growing leek seedlings. In a larger plastic container, place moist substrate and sow up to 100 seeds. Lightly cover the seeds with dry substrate and allow them to germinate in darkness for 4 days. Once the first sprout appears, move the container to a direct sunlight area where young leek seedlings will continue to grow for about 30 more days. The plants grow slender and develop slowly, so the sowing density will not hinder their development. By the end of May, at latest, when the plants are about 10 centimeters in height, transplant them to a final garden bed, or even better, to a temporary garden bed. Since leeks handle multiple transplantations well, it's better to give them a temporary place if we don't have space ready in the garden bed. Usually, we transplant them to a temporary garden bed as individual larger seedlings and wait with the transplantation process until the middle or the end of June, after we harvest certain vegetables and make room for leeks. For temporary place, we select a small portion of a garden bed where they will grow and develop for another 30 days. Water well, and you can also cover with a thicker, at least 10 centimeters layer of compost. Make holes every 1 to 3 centimeters and transplant 1 leek seedlings into each hole. Separate the seedlings and gently push the roots into the hole. Seedlings are planted in a final growing place in late June or any time during the month of July. The seedlings may already be more than 30 centimeters in height during this time. When transplanting leeks, do not pluck out the seedlings by force, but rather cut around each seedlings on a temporary garden bed using a spatula or a garden knife, and transplant the seedlings with as much compost or root ball as possible. Smaller roots can even be cut, and even if the root ball crumbles down and only roots remain, there's nothing wrong with this. Leek plant can easily handle being transplanted twice. We can also shorten the leaves of the plants by cutting them to a height of 20 to 30 centimeters in order for them to handle the transplantation process better during hot summer days and to accelerate root development. For the first part of growth, winter leeks can grow with other vegetables, and we have transplanted them between lettuce. Lettuce grows close to the ground and leeks will grow in height. Prepare planting holes in rows with 30 centimeter spacing between rows and transplant the seedlings in a row with 15 centimeter spacing between each seedlings. Using the same planting distance as for transplanting 2 to 3 summer leek seedlings, but plant only 1 winter leek seedling. Winter leek will grow to be larger in size and needs more space. Water the planting holes and plant individual plants only 5 centimeters in depth that gives a smaller white stalk, or plant up to 20 centimeters which gives larger white stalks. When buying leeks at farmers markets or in grocery shops, we'll usually find only leeks with nice long white stalks. But when growing leeks in home gardens, most of the gardeners are not so demanding. But when using this method of deep planting, Transplant leeks into at least 10 centimeters deep planting holes with 3 centimeters in diameter, which is the best made with a wooden stick or a dibbler with a blunt tip. Regularly water all transplanted seedlings for a week to ensure good root development. Weeds growing between plants can be removed with garden tools. Individual weeds which grow near the plants can be plucked out by hand. As winter leeks grow, they can be healed. The easiest way is with compost to further blanch the stalk. After transplantation, especially winter leeks should be covered with summer mulch made of grass clippings, leaves, or straw. During the winter, leeks should remain in the garden because they can easily withstand the cold. When it gets warmer, the plant starts preparing for flowering, so it's best to harvest it completely by the end of March. Summer leeks in clusters occupy the space on the garden beds until late autumn. We rarely harvest it completely, and instead we cut it and it regrows again. Leek belongs to a group of plants with a longer vegetation period, such as parsnips, parsley, chard, celeriac, and celery. Winter leeks are planted on a garden bed on the same spot as spring brassicas after they have been harvested, and can share the same garden bed with late carrots. Allium leaf miner is the most widespread allium pest in our region. Besides attacking leeks, it also damages garlic, onions, shallots, and chives. It has 2 generations a year. The first generation appears from late March to May, and the second one from late August to September. The presence of the allium leaf miner can first be detected by distinctive lines of white dots on the foliage of the alliums. These are punctures in the leaves caused by the leaf miners during feeding, before laying eggs. These holes, however, are not detrimental for the crop. True damage occurs when the larvae, maggots, create tunnels within the foliage. It often happens that we do not notice these tunnels during the growing stage of leeks, but only when we harvest them, when in addition to the tunnels, we also find brown pupae. Summer leeks are grown under garden fleece until mid-May and are protected from the leaf miner. Winter leeks are best protected with anti-insect netting placed over the tunnel hoops. This physically prevents the allium leaf miner from accessing the leaf plants. Allium leaf miners' attacks can also be prevented by healing leeks all the way up to the green leaves. Leek foliage can also be affected by leek rust, but this usually poses no serious threat to the crop. Summer leek crops are harvested from June to September, or even later in autumn before the frost ends the season. Several crops can be harvested from a single plant. Cut the leek plant just above the ground so that the roots remain in the soil and a new leek plant will regrow. Keep in mind that the stem is just a bundle of leaves, and if at least a centimeter of it is left, it will start growing again. This trick only works in summer months when it is warm enough to allow the plant to regenerate in this way. These winter varieties are available for a fresh harvesting from September all the way until the end of March. And unlike some of their more delicate counterparts, winter leeks don't require any special preservation techniques. They're always ready, or as we say, ripe, for a quick pluck directly from the soil. When we want to harvest one or more leeks, simply cut the roots with a hori-hori knife and gently pull up the whole plant. Next, clean off the roots and dry outer leaves to reveal the edible part of the leek. The white part is the most flavorful, but don't forget to enjoy the green leaves too. No part of the plant should go to waste. I just trimmed the tips of the leaves. Leeks can be kept for a week in a cool place. Any surplus leeks can also be frozen, but with 2 rounds of sowings in one season, fresh leeks can be consumed for most of the year. We prefer to harvest them when we need a leek or two for sauces and soups. You've come to the end of our course on leeks, the unsung heroes of the culinary world. It's been a joy to share the nuances of cultivating these versatile vegetables with you. Stay tuned for more courses and let's keep becoming gardeners together.